Black history is American history. The contributions of African Americans can be found in every fabric of America, from sports to science, from entertainment to education, from Bunker Hill to Capitol Hill. African Americans have influenced every ounce of American culture and American life. Hello, I'm Anthony Davis, and on this program we will talk about some of those who've made a difference, both past and present, and events that help make America America. Robert Smalls was born a slave on a plantation in South Carolina. As a young boy, he worked the docks in Charleston Harbor, and as was the customs of the times, he had to give all his earnings to his master. But working at the docks and around ships gave him time to study them, how they came and went from the ports and the signals the captains used coming into and leaving the docks. By the time the Civil War came, Smalls was an accomplished seaman and was assigned to steer the Confederate military transport naval ship called the Planter. Earning the trust of the white captain and crew, Smalls was allowed free access to the ship without suspicion. What the Confederate soldiers did not know was Smalls was putting in motion an elaborate plan to free himself, his family, and the other slaves aboard the ship and deal a blow to the Confederacy. With the enslaved crew on May 12, 1862, while the white officers spent the night on the town, Smalls and the three other slaves hijacked the Planter and its bounty of heavy weaponry. Smalls had alerted members of the crew's families ahead of time so they could be picked up during the escape. Despite escaping with the Planter, they were far from danger. Smalls had to navigate the waters and pass through several Confederate checkpoints before reaching freedom. This is where Smalls' studying of the captain's signals, signs, hand gestures, and codes came into play. He put on the captain's uniform and piloted the Planter past the Confederate checkpoints by impersonating the captain and using the correct captain signals he had learned during his time aboard the ship. Once out of Confederate waters, Smalls took down the Confederate flag and hoisted a white flag. When approached by a Union warship, Robert Smalls yelled, "Good morning, sir. I've brought you some of the old United States guns, sir." At this point, he asked for a United States flag, which he raised on the Planter. Because of his immense bravery, Smalls was elevated to captain, making him one of the highest ranking and highest paid black officers in the Civil War. After the war, Smalls continued his fight as an activist, educating former slaves. He then turned to politics, serving in the South Carolina House of Representatives as one of the first black people elected in 1874, and stayed active in politics until the 20th century. In a final grand gesture, Robert Smalls purchased the plantation he grew up on as a slave and lived there until he passed in 1950. Engraved on the monument at his grave is, "My race needs no special defense for the past history of them in this country. It proves them to be equal of any people anywhere. All they need is an equal chance in the battle of life." Robert Smalls, a great American. I'm Anthony Davis, and this has been Black History, American History. Thank you for watching.